Hello, everybody. It is, well, you know who, me, the Death Eater, all that good stuff, mumbo jumbo. There we go. So I'm not tangled up so I can walk around. Sorry I haven't made a video prior to the new year because I was quite busy. Yes, as you know that the Death Eater is still very busy even when a new year even when a new year comes. Other than a new year, this damn thing is just in my way. Can somebody please cut this damn thing off? It's part of the costume. I don't care. Just cut it off. Okay, please. Whatever. Anyways, I'm in a good mood and a bad mood. If you get what I mean when I say that Falcons, I I'm just gonna say that the Falcons practically lost. I mean, like this. I don't think this thing even updated yet. Oh, what do you know? It did. Final 24-2. That is an embarrassment. Nice job, Falcons, for not getting those 3 touchdowns. I think it was 3 touchdowns. 32-2. I think it's 4 or no 24-2. Sorry, not 32. Don't know where I got 32 from. Oh well. Better luck next year, right? I mean, I had some pretty good games that I went to. I mean, such as the Eagles. That was a darn good game. And then there was Tampa. Yeah, that was a great game. I mean, we won big time. 40 something to something. I don't know, but we won pretty big. But that's over. It's time to move on from the Falcons. All that good stuff. No, that's not what I'm. That's what I wasn't going to talk about. It is that time of year again to start watching the news. And when I mean start watching the news, I mean like Fox News. And why do I say just Fox News? Because Fox News is the leading channel for election season. And oh no. Yep, it's that season again. It's that time of year again to worry about elections. Who's going to be the president of the United States? That is the most important thing. Who is going to be the president of the United States? I mean, Hermit Cain is out, and that's who I was going to vote for, to be honest. I mean, that guy had it all under control, but as soon as this girl just come out and say, "This Herman Cain raped me when I was 12 years old. Oh my god!" Or we had some kind of affair together when back before he was doing this and that, and oh my god. Oh, how I love the seasons. How I love this time of year. You just had to ruin it. Yeah, oh well. So Herman Cain is out. That other dude who I was also going to vote for is out. So now who's left? Mitt Romney, that other dude, and that lady. I don't think that the lady even has a chance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offend you voters, but especially the women. But what's her face? The last election didn't even make it to the polls. I mean, she just like left right before it even happened. I mean, what was her name? Clinton. Hillary Clinton. Yeah, she ran for president. And then that what's-her-face governor from Alaska was going to run this year. Whatever happened to her, by the way? I mean, what happened to her? I mean, she promised that she was going to do this. I was like, yeah, no. Sorry, we don't need a woman as a president yet. I'm not saying that we don't need one at all. I mean, I'm not being biased or whatever the hell that word was I used in one of my earlier vids. But I don't think it's time for a woman to be president yet. But there is a but. If I do see some arguments by the lady who's wanting to run right now, if I see some good out of her, there might be a chance that I might vote for her. But right now, I honestly don't know who I'm going to vote for. I mean, elections are like coming pretty fast. I mean, sooner or later, it's going to be November. It's going to be November. This is why I like to have a calendar in my room. November 6th is election day. That is the first Tuesday of November. Or yeah, it's the first Tuesday following the first Monday, November. That's the general election. That's the election where you vote for the president and all that good stuff. So what I want to know is, if you guys don't mind telling me, who are you guys going to vote for? More importantly, who do you want me to vote for? Because I'm just like all out. Who would you rather vote for? This guy, this girl, or this other dude who I don't even know what his name is? I mean, I don't even know who's running for the president besides this Mitt Romney person, and then that girl who I think doesn't stand a chance, and then there's this other dude who I forgot what his name is. Then I think there's a fourth dude. Yeah, so 3 dudes, 1 girl. So practically only one person I know who I may not even vote for, because I haven't heard any good from him, and I don't think he could do good as a president. But like I said before, if I see some changes and I actually pay attention to these upcoming commercials and I pay attention to these campaigns, then that one vote would change America. And that one vote, you guys remember me saying in a while back, last year actually, a couple months ago to be in fact, when Anonymous promised to destroy Facebook sometime in November, and November, or that day passed. And it was the next week when I decided, wait a second, wasn't Anonymous supposed to hack Facebook a couple days ago, or a week? I wonder if they lied. Yeah, and all that happened. You guys remember that? And you guys remember me saying that if you don't like what's going on in the country, then change it? Well, this is our chance to change America. This is our chance to vote. Our chance to vote for a new government. I mean, not to sound like I'm another, well, another form of government or anything, but to be honest, our government, I don't know if I should say it or not. I mean, think of the consequences. Oh, who cares about the consequences? I mean, hell, I made a video telling the president, here I am, arrest me. And what happens? Nothing. So this is out of my personal opinion. And if anybody has anything to say to me, go ahead and say it. But I personally think that our government sucks. Is that a form of treason? Is that me saying that I'm going to go against our government? I mean, am I going to get some rebellion or anything? Are you sure? Because I just said it. Okay, good. Because if I'm wrong, I'm coming after you after I get out of jail. And I'm telling you, if I'm going to jail, it'd be for life. And you know how many years it's life? 20 years. 20 years without this. 20 years without this. 20 years without explaining to America why I say what I say. And not even America, too. Not even America. I tried to explain to the world why Anonymous was wrong. And why Anonymous is falling. And how Anonymous will fall to their knees and beg for me for mercy. I'm getting a little too preoccupied of something don't really need to worry about. This is the time, 2012, to vote. And to be honest, I don't know who I'm going to vote for. So, I never have been a really good leader because the last time I led something, about 500,000 people died. Of course, I'm just kidding. I mean, of course, everybody knows what happens in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I mean, yeah, about that. Anyways, moving on. But anyways, the last time I led was... don't really remember the last time I actually done something big where I made it and I led it and I put it all forward to my best expectations. I don't. Besides, when I first created my first character, which surprisingly wasn't me, the Death Eater, it was Stevie Man. So, and some people ask me, if Stevie Man was your first character, then why aren't you Stevie Man? And I happily explained, and I'll tell you why, that I never, well, acted like Stevie Man. Well, first off, I don't have a costume, a literal costume made for Stevie Man. Besides on DC Universe, which is actually the best thing I made, was Stevie Man, and well, don't really know how else to put it. And then second, if I was going to do Stevie Man videos or make Stevie Man movies or little episode series, because when I made Stevie Man, it was before YouTube, and after YouTube was made, it was the 10-minute deal. I mean, you could not find any video that was longer than 10 minutes unless you were promoted by YouTube. So, I wouldn't say it's pretty big, but I mean, oh, you can upload videos up to 15 minutes thanks to YouTube, and I get to upload longer 15 minutes because YouTube likes me. So, making a long speech short, this was the closest thing I have actually, of a character. And when I first created a YouTube account, I didn't actually create the story of the Death Eater at the time. I was inspired by WWE, and that's when I made the account and all that. Luck. And little fact about the character of the Death Eater on my WWE games. I mean, character of the Death Eater doesn't even look like this. I mean, character of the Death Eater looks a little bit something like a skull for a face, hat. Of course, like the Undertaker's entrance, you take off the hat, have some hair, dressed in black, a trench coat again, entrance. Then I had a jacket on, something similar, kind of like this kind of a jacket, but except it's leather, and I just have it on and all that good stuff, and big boots, gloves. I don't have any of that. I mean, the closest thing that I have for a skull mask is well, I did have it somewhere around here. But you guys remember the mask of Smoke, right? The mask that Smoke always wears? Yeah, that's the mask. That was the closest thing I had to a skull mask. So, couldn't create that character. So, got a Scream mask one Halloween night. Decided to keep it because, hell, I could just wear it again for another Halloween night. And then, well, I've told the story a million times. I go onto YouTube with the mask on, not the robe, because I didn't get the robe until like 2 years later. Decide to spice things up a little bit. If I find some kind of a robe that looks like Scream, then I'll just be like, "Hey everybody, I'm Scream." And I was actually going to do that gig. I mean, if I had like a fake knife or something, I would be doing that gig right now, not the Death Eater gig. But I found this, and it was perfect for my second idea, which is what I'm doing right now, being the Death Eater. And actually, the year before I bought this robe, I had the Death Eater wearing kind of a similar with hood out this way so you couldn't see my face, and I had these mystical powers, and I had a long robe, or long back end of a robe that looks like the Grim Reaper or something, and longer than this, just everything long and black and everything. And saving the world, of course, at the end of every one of my superhero stories. Except the Death Eater was more of a, I would say, more of a bad guy than a hero. So two, I should say three, maybe even four pretty good stories Stevie Man, Two Smoke Stories, No Mask, and it's just me in person with the nickname of Smoke, saving the world from Russia and China in 3 different stories actually. Or actually, it's two different two different sagas, completely different stories, all made by science fiction, all that good stuff. So, and then the Death Eater, in which I made several years ago, right before I made this. It's pretty good. So, have I thought about publishing? Yes and no. Yes, because I would love to have people read my stories. No, because I don't want movie companies stealing my ideas. And me having to sue someone and probably losing, so that's why I like to keep my stories secret until, well, at least until I get enough money to get myself some copyright. So I guess that's all my storytelling and talking, so you guys can dislike this video right now because you've apparently let me waste your 21 minutes and 50 some seconds, or 22 minutes I should say. So see you guys next time. Subscribe, like, bye bye.